left the house really early to run a few errands. I wanted to make a Target run to pick up a couple of things, which ended up being about 6 bags of stuff. But they were having a really, really good after holiday sale. So I was able to stock up on some candles, some bakeware, and some cookware I've been looking at for quite some time at 50% off. So I'll show that to you once I get in, and after work today, I'll pull everything out and show you my bargains, and I will also show you my planner and notebook lineup for 2024. So stay tuned for that. I'm trying not to laugh. You ever have had a day where you have to laugh to keep from crying? It hasn't been that bad, but it's been a day. Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 3 of my little winter vlog as I share with you how I am prepping for the new year. So it's a bit late in the day. Normally I have started these, well, it's only day 3, but I like to start like first thing in the morning, and I do have a little bit of footage from the early morning, as you have seen, but the majority of the things I need to do for the day have not started yet, and it's going on almost 3 o'clock. So I woke up really early this morning. About my sons leave, I think they wake up at about 4:30. They leave out at about 5:30. And then 5:30 is also the time that Ray normally gets up and starts stirring around and getting ready for work. And I usually miss all of that. I don't hear my sons leave to go to work. I don't hear Ray get out of bed. I don't hear him showering or anything. I'm usually knocked out cold. But for some reason this morning, that was not happening. It's like I woke up at 4:30-ish because I could hear my son stirring, and I tried to get back to sleep. I set my bed on 0 gravity. I have an adjustable frame, so I can adjust the mattress. The feet can go high, the head can go as low or as high as you want it. But there's this setting on it called 0 gravity, and it's really, really good for if you have like arthritis or fibromyalgia, you just deal with chronic pain. It's just that setting, it allows you to just, it almost feels like you're hanging on nothing, you're suspended on nothing. And so I was really, really achy when I woke up, so I just reached for my remote and I set the bed on 0 gravity. And normally that puts me out and I go right back to sleep. But this morning, this body just wasn't having it. So I got up probably about 6 a.m. Let me sip some more coffee. This is cup 2. Because I'm pretty tired now. It's only 3, but waking up that early. And I've gotten quite a bit of things done. As you saw, I made a quick Target run this morning and picked up some things. I'll share with you some of the great goodies I found too, because I found some really good steals. What else did I do? So I came back and did some work. I did some podcast editing for a special episode that's going to air hopefully tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And did a little bit of tidy up. Oh, so when I woke up, see, this is when I know I'm really tired because my thoughts are all over the place. So when I first woke up, I said, let me take these 2 tasks off of my to-do list that I put on my list earlier this week. And that was to tidy up my linen closet. It's the closet where we keep towels and sheets and medications and toiletries and all that stuff. So that had gotten really, really out of hand the past few months. And so I cleaned that out and put away some clean towels and some clean sheets. So that was really, really glad to get that off of my plate. And everybody in this house is going to get a firm yet loving tongue lashing so that hopefully it will stay that way. So got that done, and then I organized my fabric stash, and so I put some fabric in some containers. Fabrics I know I won't be using for quite a while, and fabrics for projects I want to start pretty quickly, I brought up to the top. So that made me feel really, really good because my fabric stash was getting a bit out of hand. So really, really happy to have that done. So all in all, even though the morning didn't start out like I had planned, I did get some things done. And the sun is shining. So right now it's a bit overcast, but about 30 minutes ago, it was like full on bright sunshine. And that's so good because for the past 2 days, it has rained continuously nonstop. Fortunately, it hasn't been cold, because if it had, it would have been a really bad snowstorm, but just a lot of rain, which probably explains why I've been so achy the past couple of days. And I did go out last night, so that explains that. So here I am finally sitting down, and I get to share with you some of one thing that I'm checking off of my to-do list today. And that is, I am going to share with you my planners and notebooks for 2024. This coffee is so good, I can't stop drinking it. It's just a Keurig. It's a K-cup, and it is the Cafe Verona, which is the dark roast with chocolate. Oh, and let me just share with you this other thing that just happened just before I sat down. So I took some video, so I'm just going to insert that here. Guys, you see that brown box behind me? It's in the foyer of our apartment. It was just delivered maybe about 30 minutes ago, and I heard a lot of commotion outside, and I just assumed one of the neighbors had ordered groceries or something. Anyway, I went outside to check on something, and the package is for us. We ordered a, what do you call it, like a buffet console. It's actually going to go right behind me where this table is here. Whew, I'm out of breath. Anyway, somehow I got the box in the door. That's as far as I could get it. There's about that much space to get into the door because it's like blocking the front door, but that's the best I could do. And my back is hurting. So I think I'm going to bribe someone into giving me a back rub. No, I'm going to shame someone into giving me a back rub today. Oh, what a day. So that's why I was giggling when I sat down, because I was like, okay, what else can go not go the way I'd planned for it today. But anyway, it's all good. So my planners and journals for 2024. I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to move it around. I'm tilted. I don't want to make anybody dizzy, but this is my stack. This is my stack. Do I have them all in? Nope, I don't have them all in frame. So we'll put everything in frame. This stack, and this stack we're going to talk about. And it's not going to take as long as you would think, because I do have a plan. So let's just get it out and open in the air. I love planners and journals. If you don't know, I used to own a stationery shop, a sticker and stationery shop. It was called the_Fiber Tree. And I made the decision to close it down a few months back so that I could focus on my health and other things. And have definitely been toying with the idea of bringing that back sometime in the future. But have always had a deep love of planners and journals and writing and paper arts and paper crafting. So let's get into it. So this is the journal that I've been using. This is my main journal I have been using all year for 2023. As you can see, it's nice and chunky and thick. It's loaded with lots of notes, and I've got some watercolor in here, lots of stickers, lots of drawing, just lots and lots and lots of things. And I've only got a couple more days to work in this journal. So I enjoyed this. This is the Hobonichi Cousin, and it is an A5 size journal. And I really enjoyed it. And I actually was using, it's a bit tattered, so I was keeping it inside of this cover here. This is the cover that I'm using now for my planner, not my crafting journal. So I was keeping it in this cover. But for 2024, I have decided to really downsize the journal that I'm going to be using every single day. So I'm going from an A5 size to this size. And let me just show you the actual journal, because it's in, I really don't want to take it out of the cover, so I can show it to you. You know what, I think I'm going to have to take it out of the cover. So I'm still sticking with my Hobonichi, but this year I'm going with the Hobonichi Techo Original. And this is, like I said, the Hobonichi Original. And what this is it's, you get 2 of these. The first one goes from January through June, and the second one goes from July to December. So again, let's just compare these sizes. What's so amazing about this journal is that even though it's so much smaller than the other one, it has the exact same blueprint that the A5 has. So it's got the monthly section here, and it has what really got me interested in the Hobonichi in the first place is that there is a daily page for every single day. And I absolutely love that. And I think I'm really going to enjoy the smaller format, because sometimes I have to admit, I would get a bit overwhelmed using this large journal and feeling I had to fill the whole page. But with this smaller size, it's going to be a cinch to fill these pages every day. So I'm so looking forward to, I've already purchased some smaller stickers, and just thinking of ways that I can use this more narrower washi tapes. I think I've got some, I do have some washi in this drawer, but I don't have any narrow washi tapes in this drawer. All of my narrow ones are in my craft room. So I'm going to be housing this, or keeping my Hobonichi in this beautiful leather cover that I purchased from Cloth and Paper. It's a brand new product for them. It is from their heirloom leather collection, and it was made in Spain, designed by Cloth and Paper, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. It's just one of those pieces of leather you know you're going to have for a very, very long time, and I'm so happy to have one. And so in this cover, the Hobonichi planner will fit, and on the other side of the cover will be a notebook. I love this binding here. Can you see that? So the spiral is not, it's not on the side of the spine, but it's on the top of the cover, which is really cool and sleek. And this is, it's a plain cover. I just have this little card here on top for decoration, but I just love the way now I have access to my planner and a notebook in a compact size. And I'm going to tie, I'm going to get a piece of ribbon, a pretty piece of ribbon, to tie this all together, to keep it together. And I'm also going to keep a dust cloth over it because I want to be able to carry this with me every single day. So when I leave out, when I go to work, when I go to a friend's house, go shopping, I want to have my planner with me and my notebook with me and a pen with me at all times because I love taking notes. Love, love, love taking notes. So that is my main planner that this is a planner that I will be using every single day. So next up are, what else can I show you that I have here? So this little set here, this is a Dina Wakey cover. And inside of this cover are 3 different journals that I like to use for my creative journaling. So here is my flex book that I use just for some creative practice. You can see here just some creative things I like to do in my journal. So that's what I will be using this one for. Then this is I think I mentioned this is a flex book. And you can I got mine from Franklin Covey, but if you just Google flex book, I think you can get it from Amazon as well as other stationery shops. Also in here, I have a Dina Wakey journal that I will also use for creative journaling. And this one is gridded. And I really love these journals because the paper is nice and heavy, so it'll hold up to a lot of mediums. And then finally, this journal in here is lined, so if I want to do just a lot of writing, I have a journal just for that, but still have room for stickers and other creative things. So that's what this is for, and I will keep them all in here nice and compact in its cover. So next up, I've already shown this, so I won't linger on this. This is my crafting journal, and if you want to know more about this, look at the 2 previous vlogs. I've shown this journal and how I plan on using it. So that's going to be my mainstay for podcast show notes, goals for the month, and notes on individual projects. Next up, I have this little notebook. This is just a notebook that I carry with me when I go to my religious conventions, and it's where I keep my notes. And I really love having it in a cover because then that way, when I'm done with the convention for that day, then I can just take this whole piece here and I can put it inside of in a cabinet. This TV stand here at the bottom, I don't know whether you can see, there are 2 drawers on either side of the fireplace, and it's where I keep this journal here. So if I need to refer back to my notes, or when it's time for me to go to another large assembly gathering, then I will have it. I will know where it is, and that way all of my notes from all of those events like that stay in one place, and I really, really like that. This is another beautiful notebook also from Cloth and Paper. I will leave a link to Cloth and Paper, including a discount code, so you can, if you're interested in exploring Cloth and Paper. They are definitely one of my very favorite stationery and journaling shops. So this came in my monthly subscription package. I get a monthly subscription of stationery items through Cloth and Paper. When you go to Cloth and Paper, you can just type in subscriptions in the search box, or there may already be a field for it. But this lovely notebook came one month, and I've already have this one set aside for note taking when I'm doing my Bible study. So sometimes there are particular topics I want to really focus on, and it's another goal I have for 2024 to just do more of that. So this notebook is dedicated just for that purpose. And again, it's designed just like the one in my I just showed you. I just love how this spiral is on the top. And the paper is just really, really luscious. Very, very nice. So that's what this lovely notebook is for. Next up, in this lovely cover, this is a vegan cover, and it looks and feels so much like leather and suede. I cannot even tell you. It's absolutely beautiful. Inside of this cover is a beautiful planner that also came in my cloth and paper subscription. When you subscribe to the cloth and paper subscription box, every November you get a full planner for the upcoming year. And this one, this is this one. And this, for the very first time, it is designed like those notebooks. You see how the spirals are on the top and not on the side? So this planner, it is, like I said, it is a dated planner for 2024. This planner, I think this is going to be used for keeping track of things that I do for worship. So I can keep track of the study I do for my meetings. I can keep track of time I use for volunteering, for helping others. I can use it for taking notes for specific meetings that I go to. So this is the planner for 2023 that I've been using for that purpose. And that worked out really, really well. And I'm looking forward to continuing that in 2024. But I just gotta say how much I love this vegan cover. And the vegan covers are also on the website. They're brand new this week. Just uploaded. Finally, I picked up this lovely journal from Oprah.com. And this is the Oprah's The Life You Want, Finding Your Purpose journal. And it is an absolutely beautiful journal. It's got this lovely linen cover and this beautiful metallic purple writing. And the inside is just as lovely. Let's see if I can. So this is a journal that you don't have to work in every day, but I would love to be able to work my way through this entire journal in 2024. So there are lots of blank pages, visual exercises, aha moments, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting started in this. There's even the very beginning starts with a mood board. I've never done a mood board before. Have you guys ever done a mood board? So that's it for my planners for 2024. Really excited to get started with those. And I promised you I was going to tell you some of the goals I have for 2024 when it comes to my making. So as you guys know, this is a multi-crafting podcast. There's a lot going on here. Some of my favorite crafts, as you know, are knitting, crochet, sewing, paper crafting, and spinning. So as far as knitting goals are concerned, I definitely want to give as much focus as I can to the year-long make-along that I'm hosting with Rochelle of Queen's Yarn Boutique, and that is the Year of the Sweater Make-Along. I've already put some sweaters I want to knit down here. One is I want to knit another ranunculus or two. And I also want to knit another modern wrapper. The modern wrapper is a pattern by Church Mouse Yarn and Tea. I've already made one, and I absolutely love this sweater. Now, the reason I'm being very methodical about the sweaters I want to make in 2024 is that I also have some health goals I want to set. And one of my main health goals is that I definitely want to drop some pounds. I need to drop some pounds. So I've been thinking about sweaters that are flattering. how can I put this? So sweaters that look good, fitted to fit you, and sweaters that also look good, slightly oversized. So as I knit these sweaters, they will fit me in my current figure and still be flattering oversized. Does that make sense? Ranunculus fits that bill very well because you can knit it to gauge to fit you, or you can knit it oversized. And because of the way it's designed, it can be very flattering both ways. The Modern Wrapper by Church Mouse Yarn and Tea, that particular sweater, believe it or not, is only in one size. So it's just a one size fit all sweater. So I want to knit another one of those and look for some other sweaters very similar. I will continue adding to this list, and by all means, if you have other suggestions, then let me know so that I can add them to my list. Next up are sewing goals. So I want to definitely sew more in 2024. I have sewn so little in 2023, and I'm not happy about that because there are definite holes in my wardrobe that I need to fill, and I know where to find clothes to fit me in my figure at a good price and that are very stylish, but I just cannot bring myself to buy them because I have so much fabric and I know how to make them. So I hesitate on buying them, and that means I still have a lot of holes in my wardrobe. So one pattern I have that I want to make is the Hinterland dress. This is a dress by, I'm going to put the name of the company right down here, and I'm going to insert a picture of the dress here. So how cute and flattering is that, right? So in addition to the Hinterland dress, I also want to do more of the 100 acts of sewing patterns, the shirt number 1 and dress number 1 in particular. I also want to sew more pants in 2024, in particular linen pants. I love to wear linen. I love to wear it all year round. I love linen, and I really want to be able to add more linen pants and garments to my wardrobe. Also, as it relates to sewing, I would love to take a sewing class. We have 2 really beautiful sewing studios not far from where I live. One is called 3 Little Birds Sewing Company in Hyattsville, and the other is called, I'm going to put it right down here because I'm drawing a blank. They have a brand new beautiful space in Mitchellville, Maryland, and it's just an absolutely beautiful space, and I cannot wait to take a sewing class or either go to one of their stitch and sip nights. Regarding spinning, I want to continue to be a member of the Ply Spinners Guild. Ply Spinners Guild opened up maybe about 6 months ago, and I will leave a link to the Spinners Guild if you would also like to join. I've sat in on one of the meetings, and it was absolutely enjoyable. So I definitely want to not just be a member, but participate and join in as many meetings as I can. I really also want to learn long draw spinning. I have tried so many times, and there's just something that's just not quite clicking. So I definitely want to apply myself to learning how to do long draw spinning. I've also never done a traditional 3-ply yarn. I've done chain plying, but I don't believe that is a really true 3-ply, so I want to do that. I also want to get back on a support spindle. I did some support spindling several years ago, and I have this really beautiful spindle. I can't even put my hands on it now, but it's terrible because it was gifted to me, and it was a beautiful spindle, and I can't even remember the wood, but it was lightweight, so I was able to spin really fine yarn. The only issue with that spindle is that it was extremely pointy at the top. And as I was learning, there was something, that point kept hitting the inside of my hand. And one time, so I dealt with that, but one time it hit me and it actually punctured my palm. And I was like, I'm done. I'm so done with support spindles. And I haven't picked one up since. But I've been watching Andrea Mowry and her videos on Instagram, and she has lit a fire under me. So I have a brand new support spindle coming in the mail very soon. I cannot wait to share it with you when it gets here. And so I will be applying myself to working on a support spindle again. And this spindle is not nearly as pointy at the top as the other one. So I should be okay. And in February of this year, purchased an e-spinner. I purchased the Ashford e-spinner, and would you believe that it is still in the box? I have not opened it, and part of the reason is that, I don't know, I think this year has just been, it's been a rough year, just physically and emotionally, just not feeling my best. And I just think I didn't have the bandwidth to, or the focus to just learn something new. But after being a part of the Spinners Guild, and like I said, watching Andrea Mowry and so many others find so much joy in their spinning, I'm going to open up that box, and I'm going to master how to use the e-spinner. And it will really come in handy, because sometimes treadling is, depending on if I'm having pain in my legs or hips, it can be really uncomfortable sometimes. So I think using the e-spinner is going to be really nice. Finally, journaling and paper crafting goals. I still have not chosen my word of the year for 2024. So I have to think of that. I'm thinking more in terms of continuing, or a word like continuing. So in 2023, my word of the year was adaptability. And that just meant that I need to be better at adapting to my circumstances. So there are days when I just don't feel well. And in the past, I would just push myself to do all the things anyway. So this year, I've worked really, really hard to not do that, because that doesn't serve anybody well. So I've been working really hard to not push myself, but to be really realistic about what I can do. And doesn't mean that I stop completely, but I just adapt to the circumstances. Maybe I do less on the days I don't feel well and do more on the days I do, or just maybe really think about what I'm doing and if it's a necessary thing, or maybe I can delegate it to someone else. So I really want to continue with that. So that's why I'm thinking more in terms of continuum or continuing, but I'll figure that out before the first or shortly thereafter. Do you have a word of the year? Let me know what it is, because I would love to know. Let's see here. I want to make sure that I keep up with my daily journaling, and I think the smaller size of my daily journal will make that so much more enjoyable. I just cannot wait till day one. Cannot wait till January 1st. We've got a big family dinner that day, so I already know that I'm going to have to get in the bed the night before, because I want to get up early in the morning so that I can work on my crafting goals, work in my journal, so that all those things are done and I can enjoy the family on Monday, which is the 1st. And take more journaling classes also are things that I want to work on for 2024. I think that pretty much covers it. And now that I've shared that with you, I think I have a little bit of time to sit and do a little knitting. I have not done any squares on my blanket, so I will attempt to get a couple of squares done on my blanket and maybe another 1/2 inch on my hat. And I will catch up with you later. So here's some video of a few things I picked up today. I picked up a vegetable peeler. I had one and it seems to have completely fallen off the face of the earth. So hopefully this one is as nice as my Pampered Chef one, or it'll just do in the meantime. Otherwise, I'll just order another one. And I picked up this really cute 6-inch enameled cast iron skillet. It's like the perfect size for fried egg or scrambled eggs. And Ray loves those little miniature pans, so he'll be happy about that. I picked up, and this was half price. I think this was about $4 or $5. Yeah, this is a new brand that Target has. It's Figment, and so I remember when they first started carrying this brand, and I was looking at all of the offerings, so I was really excited to find this for half price. And I picked up this candle, Forest Fir. All of the holiday scents are half off. Wonderberry and sage and Prosecco pine. And this is what I'm super excited about. This beautiful 5.5 quart Dutch oven. Isn't it pretty? This was also half price. And this bakeware set here. Both of these, both the Dutch oven and the bakeware set, were half off. So head to your local Target and find some goodies, find some deals.